Right, gonna set up the audio now. We have the chat to it. You can see it on the side. Oh, I guess I'll just keep it open here since I'm not sure if anyone will have it. Alright. So just to cover everything out of the way, just like most people do on YouTube. History of video games. Yep. Earliest video game was in 1948. There was Atari, then Nintendo. Eventually, video games would evolve. There was like the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle Tournament Fighters, but really big fighting game was Street Fighter 2, The World Warrior, arcade, and all these releases. Let me see. 91 in North America, worldwide 91. Only a week difference considering it was pretty amazing considering all the international selling and stuff. SNES release would have arcade, okay. SNES release would have Japan, North America, Australia, and European releases. All different times. MS-DOS, Amiga, Atari ST, Amstrad, around 91, 92. Game Boy 95. Okay. In any case, this is the highest selling console. This is the highest selling game by Capcom. I'm selling on merchandise, like characters, like you have all these like people from different. Unlike the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles game, you have all these people from different ethnicities. China, Japan, America, sumo wrestlers, martial artists, Muay Thai hitters, beasts, etc. First game with a concept. See, later on, it would transfer the 3D and Virtual Fighter. The wrong one. Let me transition to the wrong one. Virtual Fighter would be even more famous after the creation of Shenmue in the 2000s. They wonder if they would ever make a. They never made a Virtual Fighter RPG. It would be interesting if they did. It's one of the most highest selling arcade games in Japan and Asia. Really well liked by people in Asia. And there have Virtual Fighting Vipers. Several on the Sega Saturn that would help. So you have the 16-bit era, the 32-bit era, and how the fighting game wars started with Sega, and like the fight over Street Fighter, like which controller you would use, etc. And then Virtual Fighter, you have the 3D era. So you have starting of the fighting game era, and then the start of the 3D video game era, all in 2 generations. For 2 generations. And then Dead or Alive happens. Dead or Alive was created by Tomonobu Itagaki, who after he became a programmer for Tecmo. He made a wager on how to garner a fan base with a video game franchise. He started with Ninja Fighter, Polygon Fighter. He made Dead or Alive to demonstrate it was felt a success status with Team Ninja. It's basically like Final Fantasy, basically. Very interesting how that works. drew inspiration from Virtual Fighter, which obviously is seen in 3D. There's no ring outs. There's definicities. I did talk about Virtual Fighter. Virtual Fighter, very basic fighting. I felt like Dead or Alive was probably more in depth at the time, but it came out a little bit later. Virtual Fighter, almost everyone plays almost the same, but not quite the same. There's very little differences, especially compared to like Street Fighter. Dead or Alive has. I'll be messaging me. Dead or Alive has crazy stuff. Like they mentioned Mortal Kombat, and I'll get into that in a moment. Like there's definitely some Mortal Kombat influence just from the commercials of Mortal Kombat 11 in this game. So I don't know how much about with Virtual Fighter, but obviously there's some tech in it because like in this game there's a lot of like, juggling. I felt like when you play the original Dead or Alive, you just mainly use Kasumi or Ayane, and then there was all the because they were like the broken characters in the game, unfair upper tier characters. Pretty much everyone could beat them. They were unfair to play because they were ninjas. They had the most depth, they were the fastest, they had the most combos, etc. Later on, they would have a game that was well reviewed by X-Play with how it combined with the environments, which became stable in this game, and that game then was, I don't think it was seen in many other games at the time, except maybe in like Street Fighter 2, where you like hit people into like some barrels or something, but that was completely different. Here you like hit an elephant and then the elephant hits, or then you were 4% on one stage and then they go in another area, which is pretty awesome. They had a little bit of that in SNK, I guess. Tecmo owned Ninja Gaiden. I thought I forgot they were made by the same company, but anyway, they revived it and Team Ninja began to use it for Dead or Alive around 2004. I believe Ayane could be using Wii U. Ryo Hayabusa was in every DOA game since the beginning. Plays a major role in the story arc. I felt like there's a lot of that in Dead or Alive 6 also. There's definitely a lot of ninja stuff involved in this. It's pretty damn interesting. It's not auteur stuff, but it's entertainment. And it's just some corporations and ninja stuff. But I feel like it's done way better than the recent Tekken games. The last 2 or 3 Tekken games. Around that amount. They have Hayate. They have Ayane. It's also known for Dead or Alive Beach Volleyball, which everyone was pretty perverted about. Well, obviously it was like a sex appeal game. Like, pretty sure it did well, let me see. And of course there's the whole breast physics thing. Zack is the only male to show up anywhere in the game. Had a mature rating. I don't know why it had a mature rating. Like I don't think there was any actual sex in it. Like, what would you call it? Mature rating. Best animation. Alright. Skin swaps. Whatever. In any case, back to Dead or Alive 6. Let me look at the Dead or Alive franchise. They have all this story stuff that I don't really know because I didn't really follow the franchise that well until I played this game. It's 3D playing. The Live 2 had tag team fighting. We could switch your combos, which was pretty cool. And I think I like that was the one with where you can add the indestructible environments. Tag was altogether absent. Dead or Alive 6, as mentioned. There's a lot of juggling involved. 6-hit combos are like amazing. Like when you get like 9-hit combos, that's amazing compared to like the 1 million you get Street Fighter versus Marvel Street Fighter just for doing like a combo. Marvel's Capcom 2 or 3 or whatever. You can throw, you can kick, you can punch, you can block. I don't remember. I don't think there's a block one. It's easiest to block on this end Tekken. It's very timing based, like Street Fighter 2 was compared to like the other combos that didn't really mean much. There are unblockable moves, environments like you can get attacked by people on the street can throw you back into the ring. You can hit electric fence. You can hit electric floor. You can get hit by an octopus. You can get hit by a dinosaur. Stuff like that, which is pretty cool. You have these superpower moves now, like introduced in Tekken 7, and of course the Street Fighter games. And they did something interesting, which I think must have been influenced. I don't know if this was influenced by Mortal Kombat 11's commercials, but like it feels like there's definitely a trend going on now. Like if you do what do you call it, a fatal flow or battle blow, whatever it's called, the finishing move. It's not even a finishing move, it's just a very powerful move, the super move. But in any case, you do it, and like maybe the woman's hair will get unwrapped from the ponytail, or like pieces of clothing will be missing. Which reminds me of Mortal Kombat 11's, like how they do that trailer where there's like a punch and then like punch the guy's skin off and then you break the skull in the face, stuff like that. Juggling, I feel, reminds me of Tekken. I don't know if Virtual Fighter ever had that. I don't think Virtual Fighter had a blocking game. I played these games, but I don't really remember like the controls. I don't really think there was a block button for like Tekken. Every character has different martial arts, like Snake Fist by Christy, Wrestling by Tina and Bass. Ninjutsu, different types of ninjutsu, stuff like that. Story mode revolves around Nonoka and how Marie is trying to... I wish I get the character's name right.